Hello, DJ Aiden. How are you, mate? What's going on, dude? How are you, DJ Aiden? And let's get that out of the way. Oh, where's the chat? The chat should be open. G'day to anybody listening back to this. I'm happy that the orders were followed and people stayed on... Why can't I see? Stayed on Frankie's awesome stream. There you are, DJ Aiden. You're right there. Shout out to DJ Aiden. So I know some people are going to listen back to this live stream. DJ Aiden just met. Yeah, good, man. It's good. It's good. That's what I wanted. Because, like, Frankie and Skate Tank are having a phenomenal stream right now. And I'm sure that people will pour in once their stream is done. But they are absolutely killing it right now. And it's awesome. But I felt like streaming today. And I've streamed to myself quite a few times in the past. It doesn't bother me at all. So I figured I'll do an hour's stream, let them finish their stream. If we get some people in here at the end, it's awesome. People are going to listen back to this, which is all good with me. So if you are listening back to this, please give it a like. Especially give it a like to help it push out there once everyone's done. And this is actually locked and loaded in the podcast bank. But yeah, it'll be like an hour-long video served up. It'll pretty much... This is like a Dougie's Corner video today. Served up live. I'm in a good mood. I felt like streaming, and I came up with a pretty fun idea. So, DJ Aiden, it's just you and me. Hey, what's up, Toad? How are you, man? What's up, Toad? You really should be checking out Fight Nights with Frankie's stream right now with Hank the Tank. Skate Tank MMA. It's really good. It's really good. But how are you, Toad? It's good to see you. Let me blow up the chat just a little bit because I'm having trouble seeing you guys with me old eyes. Hang on a second. There we go. That's a little bit better. And how does that look on the big screen? Oh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? It looks absolutely beautiful. And let me just open it up like that. All right, cool. Toad, how are you, brother? I hope you're doing good, man. Please leave a like for me. I hate that I now have a lot backing on Chandler, not fighting like an absolute tard. Yeah, that is a bold position you've put yourself in to start the year off, Toad. I'm actually, I'm surprised that we're already talking about Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, purely because I thought that Michael Chandler must have some sort of sense that his career is so over that the best thing that he can do now is to just sit and wait for Conor McGregor. But he must realize, like, Conor's never coming back. I think if there was ever anything that was going to confirm that Conor McGregor was never coming back, it is the idea of Michael Chandler just quite happily moving on with his career. Let me chuck on some music in the background. I like to listen to a few tunes while we do this. And then I'll get into today's bloody tier list. What are we going to do? So let's go some... Oh, let's do some of this classic one. Absolutely classic one. Let's chuck on a Jay-Z podcast. Is it just me and Dougie's on the stream? It is, mate. It is, which is good. Because like I said, Fight Nights with Frankie and Skate Tank MMA are having just a great live stream that I was thoroughly enjoying listening to. So I jumped in the chat and I said, I'm about to go live. Stay here, everyone. This is an anti-raid order. And I 100% meant it. I'm going to record this and put it up live on the channel so people can go back and listen to it after the fact, like a live episode. And speaking of which, let us get into what today's topic is, which I thought would be pretty fun, which is fighters that I want to see rise and fall throughout the year. Paddy is the easiest big fight that he can get. It is, but it is still dangerous. Don't tell me what to do, Joe Hogan. Go back. I saw you in the chat. Go back. This stream will be live on the channel later. You can come back and listen to it. Go back. Paddy is the easiest big fight that he can get. Yeah, true, Toe. True. It's the biggest name right now with the most hype that he can sort of slide on into. Like, he can't go ahead and slide into Beneil Dariush and get a win over that. That generates no hype for him. He is in that, like, Dustin Poirier situation. That situation that Dustin was in, where he needs to take on BSD to get that big fight back. That situation that Robert Whittaker knew that he was in, where he needs to take on Khamzat Chimaev to get himself back up there. Like, Chandler is in that situation right now, where he needs a big win to keep his career alive. And it's not going to go well for him. DJ Aiden says, Joe Hogan, go back. Okay, so... the worst ranked lightweights are Paddy Pimblett and Michael Chandler. If only Dougie could put the toilet seat down. Thanks, Jamie. The worst, it's funny because we're going to go through the rankings today and actually pick out fighters that I love and hate. Why did that just happen? You go there. You go there. And where is chat? You go there. Cool. The worst ranked lightweights are Chandler and Paddy. Benoit Saint Denis. Jarlin Turner, who is 14. That doesn't really count, does it? Beneil Dariush is done. And Gamrot sort of merchant his way. Cheated his way. Not cheated. What's the right word I'm looking for? Fluked his way to number 8. So yeah, I would chuck in Gamrot, Beneil Dariush, and Jarlin Turner as well. BSD beats both of them. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I went back and rewatched BSD versus Dustin Poirier, and I understand that BSD had staph infection. What's up, Cayman? How are you, brother? Chandler's my favorite fighter, but the dude took 2 years off an MMA era where everyone started leveling up and no one was using that one style, at least on the top. When he left, Bilal, Marab, and DDP became champs. Chandler never evolved. Yeah, Chandler is from that old guard. I completely agree with that, man. I completely agree with that. Now, watching BSD versus Dustin, I rewatched it and honestly, Gamrot beat Hooker. I rewatched it and honestly, Gamrot beat Hooker. Oh, I don't know about that one on Damage, Toad. I don't know if I agree with that one, dude. Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that one, brother. But I was watching BSD versus Dustin Poirier too, and Dustin was literally playing games with him. Like in the way that like Dustin never really... There was a moment when BSD had Dustin a little bit hurt, but even then Dustin was doing his standard like cover up and get out of the way. But Dustin Poirier, it seemed like he really went into that fight, and after that first onslaught of BSD, Dustin was like, I'm just going to fuck around and have fun and see if I can finally get this guillotine. Which is excusable when you say that BSD had a staph infection, which he did. But then in his next fight, you've got 36-year-old Moicano, who had a fucking collarbone hanging out of his skin. Like, Moicano went into that fight injured, old, and didn't get given enough time to rehydrate because of the drug testing that was going on. And BSD still got the living shit kicked out of him. I think BSD got overhyped by the UFC because the UFC are looking to push into the French market. And if they can get a superstar from France at lightweight, that is phenomenally good for the UFC. So I think there's just a little bit too much falling for the UFC's propaganda with that one, Todathan. And yeah, Cayman, I agree. And how are you, dude? How's training? Are you training at all during the Christmas break, man? Yeah, man, I agree. Chandler's never evolved. Wait, bully, Joel Alvarez beats all of them. No, absolutely. Maybe Chandler. Maybe Chandler. How are you, Alex? What's good, man? I hope you're doing good, brother. The judges gave Hooker round 1 because Dan got the last knockdown, even though Gamrot clearly did more out. Interesting. You do generally win around with a knockdown. But yeah, that's one fight I'm going to have to go back and watch, Toad. Which is going to be fine, because that fight was, like, insanely exciting. But I just don't remember that fight clearly enough to call it. Alright, let's transition over to what we're doing today. This will be good fun. Let us transition over. Where's me bloody transition button? Here it is, Camden. What's up? What's up, Nacho? How are you, brother? Go and listen to Frankie. It's a damn good stream that they're doing. Fighters that we want to see rise and fall this year. This is going to be a bloody great stream, mate. I hope you're doing good, Nacho. I hope you're doing good. Dougie on the grind. Mate, it's the Christmas holidays. If you guys ever want to know what it would be like if I was a full-time MMA YouTuber, this is what it would be like. Except the streams might go for 2 hours. Yeah. BSD trying to muscle his way out of a body triangle instead of rolling and rolling until he breaks the lock. But most Emma fighters don't do that though. Been lifting, running, and shadow sparring. Nice, man. I went and had a lift this morning. I did a nice good deadlift and shoulder session. It was good fun. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, BSD, like his answer to jiu-jitsu is the Derek Lewis answer, is to just muscle his way out. But unfortunately, BSD finds himself at lightweight. Lightweight is... What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, brother? I hope you're doing good, man. BSD finds himself in the middle of the busiest division in the world. What's up, Miguel? How are you, brother? BSD finds himself in the middle of the most busy division in the world. Where everyone is. You can't just get up and muscle yourself out of those submissions. You look exhausted. I feel great. I guess I'm just old now because everyone keeps saying I look so tired. I feel great. So I think my age is finally just caught up with me, where I've used to live my life looking a lot younger than I am. For some reason, over this summer break, my body's just gone, no, you are old now. Gamrot dropped Hooker as well in that rep. Well, awesome, dude. Like I said, I'll chuck it on this afternoon and I'll watch it. Like, that's fine with me, man. Dougie on his grind, absolutely. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, man? I've been lifting weed and alcohol up to my mouth. Hey, Nacho, it's the Christmas season. You do what you want. I guess I might look tired because I did sink quite a few beers this morning. And we did end up going to bed at like, well, going to sleep at like 12:30. And then I woke up at 8 a.m. and went to the gym. I'm probably just slightly hungover, Miguel. You know? I'm probably not fresh as a daisy. I feel fresh as a daisy, but I'm probably not. Benoit will lose to Paddy Pimblett. I think so. I think Paddy Pimblett on the ground is very, very dangerous. Yeah, I think so. Paddy doesn't go for takedowns. His striking is the worst in the rankings, so I can't possibly pick him to win. Paddy doesn't go for takedowns because he goes for striking, which is quite good, although Tom Aspinall-esque, where he does get touched on the chin. But when he's losing the striking, Paddy goes for clinches and then turns those clinches into judo throws and hip tosses. That's why Paddy doesn't go for takedowns. Miguel just says alcohol and marijuana. Merry Christmas, Miguel. Enjoy it. My eyes are the same as yours, Dougie. I think it's just being back. I think that's what it is, Nacho. I think you walk around and you see the world around you, and you just can't help but be exhausted by it all. My girl has the exact same body as Rihanna. Yeah, but which era Rihanna? Like thicker Rihanna from 2024, or like early era Rihanna when she was skinny? Like what Rihanna are you going with? I think Sean Brady can beat Bilal in a rematch, and possibly Buckley, Shavkat. I don't know. I agree. I think Bilal has like positioned himself as that kind of fighter where you've got to meet the collision head on. Like Simon Feck, you look terrible. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, mate. Bilal has become that like DDP fighter, and how DDP talks about Khamzat Chimaev. Like Bilal is a car crash coming at you, and you have got to car crash into him and beat him at his own fight. If you try and stay rangy with Bilal and point strike him, which Shavkat might, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good turnout. So yeah, who did you say? I think Sean Brady. I don't know if Sean Brady has got the... I think Westerners are too soy to beat Easterners. You know, Westerners go home, they relax, they play Xbox at the end of a training session. Easterners, they live in a fucking cliff and have to chop wood to stay warm. I don't think Westerners have what it takes to beat an Easterner. Now, our Guru is live as well. This stream is going to get no view. Is Guru live too? Oh, well, that's all good. I planned on this stream having no views anyway, and going back and uploading it as like a post-fight podcast, as a post-stream podcast for you guys to listen to. I'd like Rosenstrike, but Pavlovich, I'd like Rosenstrike. It's like Rosenstrike beat Pavlovich. He's an underrated heavyweight, and Pav seems to lose all of his aura in 2024. Yeah, me and Jamie have been arguing heavily in the house about this one. Jamie bloody loves Biggie Boy. Loves him. And obviously, Pavlovich, based Eastern European, Orthodox Russian, part of my bloodline, I feel like. It's causing a lot of tension in the house. But Pavlovich needs to get his aura back, Alex. I agree. The boys in the stream are true Dougieyites. That's right, man. That's all good too. I started the stream and it was literally just me and DJ Aiden. It's all good. Stream numbers went up since Guru went live. Let's go poach his audience, mate. Guru's too busy to answer every single chat, boys. Come here to Dougie's Corner where we just rag on fighters. It's fun. Paddy striking looks good against the cans, but he throws punches and kicks well. But like I've been saying, he strikes almost like he never spars and only hits the heavy bag. I get what you're saying, Toad. I get what you're saying, but something weird is happening to me this year, Toadathan, where I don't think striking needs to look the cleanest in order for it to be effective. Like, you've got fighters like JDM and Ilya Topuria, right? Their striking looks phenomenal. Like, you would take their striking, record it, and then use it to show everybody in the world how to box. We literally have not had one discussion or argument about UFC in this house, but okay, Dougie, go on. Why must you come in here and cause drama every single time? So you got Paddy and Ilya Tapuria's striking that look like perfect carbon copies of how boxing should be. Use this to train young boxers how to box when it comes to MMA striking. But then you've got fighters like Islam Makhachev, whose striking looks disgusting, yet it is incredibly effective. And Dricus du Plessis, whose striking looks disgusting, yet it is incredibly effective. And Buckley, you get what I'm saying. Like, I think there is something about Paddy Pimblett where he has that kind of striking, where it doesn't look clean and pretty like it should, but it does work for the UFC. It does work in MMA because there's so much going on. Just being able to swing and hit that heavy bag and know that if shit goes wrong in the striking, you can clinch and hip toss your way out of it gives you that little out. Bobby Green isn't a can. I think he is, Nacho, but I'll let chat decide. Alex says we're the real... Very good, Alex. Sean Brady, the privileged country issue. Yeah, the privileged country boy issue. I agree. What's up, Eric? How are you, man? You know where the shirt is. It's right there, dude. It's right there. Jamie trying to call me out as usual. What's funny is when Jones was fighting in 217 and calling out Lesnar, I was actually thinking of picking Lesnar at the time. I was thinking Lesnar has around 60 pounds over Jones. I think he can win. That was dumb. I don't know if it was Cayman, you know? I don't know if it was dumb. You know, back then, John Jones, he was quite comfortably making 205. Lesnar did have all that weight. John Jones is primarily a wrestler, so Lesnar could just throw himself at John Jones like Lesnar does and do anything he can to get the takedown. Lesnar was also allowed to use steroids, just like John Jones was allowed to use steroids and is allowed to use steroids still. And the reason that they have weight classes in wrestling is because the pounds on the body do matter. I don't know. Jamie stays ruthless, exposing Doug, and I'm here for it. Because you literally tell lies to try and sound cool. Respect to Jamie. Unbelievableness. DDP chatted his way into grappling tournaments against the Gracie dudes. The feelings hurt, I think. Feelings were hurt, I think. I think so. The Gracies don't like the fact that you can just out-muscle jujutsu. Nacho says, if Bobby Green is a can, then what is Jim Miller? Jim Miller is, beyond a can. Jim Miller is the aluminium wrapping of a can, just lying on the ground. Just be real, Dougie. Be yourself. You don't need to inflate the numbers or make up fake scenarios. The boys are in here for UFC. Inflate the numbers. Yes. This chat gets thousands of streams. Thousands of hits. Thousands of streams. People forget, man. Bobby did one punch KO Grant Doss. He did. Let's have a look. Oh, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. I'm going to say that Bobby Green is not a can. He can be intimidating at times. There you go. Bobby Green is not a can. Bobby got hit by such a late stoppage that he changed his name to King. He is now a washed old can. Yeah, like, are you saying like after the horrible brain damage that Bobby Green received, now he is a can? What's up, Larry? How are you, dude? I hope you've been having a good Christmas break. Cans don't ever get ranked. Cans go 0-3 at the UFC and get kicked out. No, cans get ranked. No. Cans can absolutely get ranked. Cans can absolutely... Speaking of meh, Larry, this is what we're going to be talking about today. Fighters that we need to see have a fall off. Fighters that we need to see have a fall off and rise to the top in 2025. That is what we are going to be talking about today. Jim Miller is not as much of a can as Bobby. I mean, Bobby made it further, didn't he? Now, obviously, Dricus du Plessis. We're going to have a cult-like following around Dricus du Plessis this year. a cult-like following around Dricus du Plessis this year. I am absolutely here for the Dricus train this year. However, Sean Strickland, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the fans who defend him. I'm sick of him being a bully on podcasts, saying that he's going to go to war, bitching that he doesn't care about the title and sticking duct tape to the fucking belt, and then saying that he's not going to fight anyone unless he gets another shot at the title. Sean Strickland either needs to learn how to throw like it's the last 10 seconds of a 24-minute fight throughout the entire fight, or shut the fuck up and go away. Sean Strickland, this is what we're doing right here, boys. You see what I'm saying? These are the two ends of the spectrum right here. Fuck off and die. And yes, rise to the top. Having another amazing, solid year. That is what we're looking at this year. Carlos Prates. I want to see him have a Diego Lopez level year. Just absolutely kill it. Become undeniable. At the end of 2025, Prates should have already fought or should be considered fighting for a title. That's the kind of year I want to see from Prates. We're on board. Bobby wrecked Jim at UFC 300. That's why I compared. True. Bobby got rocked by a 40-year-old Jim fucking Miller. Oh man, maybe Bobby is a cat. Like, you shouldn't be getting rocked by a, but they are comparably the same age though, aren't they? Like, isn't Bobby Green 37? So like, it's not as embarrassing getting rocked by Jim Miller when you're almost the same age as him, yeah? Nacho says, I honestly have no fucking time for Sean Strickland, and I often send my mate, who likes him, little gifs of Alex knocking him out, and the gif of him crying, gif or gif, who cares? And the gif of him crying on Theo Von's podcast. Good, Nacho, good. Fuck Sean Strickland. Fuck him, mate. I feel like the people who are fans of Sean Strickland hear a couple of TikTok edits of shit that he said at press conferences. They hear like a few sentences, and then in that TikTok edit, they see the last 10 seconds of a 25-minute Sean Strickland fight, and they go, what a legend. What a chat. Like, my brother loves Sean Strickland. Fucking loves him. And no matter how much I point out that Sean Strickland is a bully and boring, he doesn't give a fuck. He just thinks Sean Strickland is goddamn hilarious, and that's all he cares about. I hope Prates KOs Leon, but he'll probably get out grappled. Yeah, we need to see how... I am legitimately worried about Carlos Prates' cardio smoking that much. Like, I don't think that you can smoke and have 25 minutes of cardio. And what you really need in grappling is to keep your strength up, to keep your body moving, to keep the blood flowing through your muscles, and that all comes from good cardio. Who is the most overrated member of the Fighting Nerds? I think it is Rafi. Isn't Jan Silva a bit of a weight bully? Am I misremembering that? Is it Jan Silva the one that misses weight? Maybe it is Rafi, yeah. Just curious, I've been recently discovered that this varies way more than I could have imagined with some detail. Describe what a fight needs to be like to deserve being called a war. A fight needs to have a high level of striking. It can be on the feet or it can be on the ground, but you need to be able to come back and keep fighting. Like if BSD had won the second round over Moicano, or if BSD hadn't have had that doctor's stoppage, that could have turned into a war. Like, each fighter needs to have their moments over the 3 of the 5 rounds, and the action needs to stay high-paced the entire time, is what I would describe as a war. What Sean Strickland does is not in any way a war. Like everyone in chat, not just the dude. Yeah, describe what you think a war is. I think a war is a fight that has to have both fighters going both ways. I would describe what Dricus and Izzy did as a war. Like, they went to war. Dricus came out early, won the first round, won the second round. Izzy decided that, no, I'm not going to lose. He didn't sit down in the corner between rounds. He stood his base and he went, I'm going to find a way to finish this cunt. Started landing the body shots, started getting Drickus to slow down and get gassed, worked his way back into winning the fight. And there wasn't a lot of blood in this. Like, you don't need a lot of blood. You don't need to be fucking Rory McDonald of red face, to have a war. But you had Izzy work himself back into that fucking fight. And then Drickus had to dig even further into the gas tank to try and find a way to stop the onslaught that Izzy was putting onto Drickus's body. That is a good, clean, stand-up MMA war. Two big, strong, ripped guys. Skill and technique versus Chad strength and Chad chin. Fucking going to head-to-head, locking wars. Yeah, that fight was a war. I hate that Strickland getting the title shot. DDP Khamzat is fight of the year potential. Yeah, well, I think we're in one of those situations, Toad, where it builds up the Drickus du Plessis Khamzat Chimaev fight even more, because this entire build up for Drickus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland, the entire MMA community is going to be talking about what about Khamzat Chimaev? What about Khamzat Chimaev? It's just going to get us even more excited. The way that John Jones versus Stipe Miocic got us even more excited for John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, and the way that the entire MMA community knows that by Dana White fucking Magomed Ankalaev and keeping him on the sidelines, it has gotten all the MMA hardcores to start screaming for Magomed Ankalaev. Like, Dana White sidelining Ankalaev has built that fight up more than Ankalaev ever could on his own. So I think that's what we're seeing here with the DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev fight. When Sean messes Drickus, threatening to stab him if he mentioned his dad again, was when I realized he was a complete... What's up, Tony Two Studs? How are you, man? Good to see you, dude. What's up, Blueprint? How are you? What's up, Blueprint? How are you, man? I hope you guys are doing well. Merry Christmas. Tony, it's about time we saw you in the live chat. I know I've been streaming at different times, so it's hard to catch me, man. I hope you're doing good, man. When Sean messaged Drickus, threatening to stab him if he mentioned his dad again, was when I realized that he was completely retarded. Yeah. He's just an emotional, irrational man-child. Like, Sean Strickland's mind never left being 12 years old. Ever. Normally a back and forth slugfest, bloodbath, both guys getting rocked and dropped. You got to fight like you're in a fight, not defense when you do just enough to survive. Yeah. You got to fight like you're in a fight. We want to see a fight. I agree, Nacho. I don't know if it needs to be a bloodbath. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be a bloodbath. Prates is very conservative with his striking, so I don't see him gassing unless the grappling gets him. I agree, Toad. That's why I was like, I need to see someone press him hard and weigh on him, where his entire cardiovascular system has to get involved in the fight. Prates has that Brazilian mumble rapper hooker smoking vibes. Not a good sign for cardio, though. No, he's fucking cool. He strikes. He seems fairly based. But is he a fucking star athlete? I don't think so. I think he had a great year. I don't know if he's going to have another one, but like I've been saying, I'm on board. This is a fan chart right here. And like the whole point of this channel is just Dougie as a fan. I'm not pretending to be some sort of MMA expert. I'm just a fan. And Prates, I'm a fan of this year. We need some luck to see it happen. We'll need some luck to see it happen at all this year, though, Toad. If we waited for Khamzat to be next, it'd be booked for August, then rescheduled for October after he pulls out. Who knows, Larry? Who knows? Things are different now. You know what I mean? There is a whole new boss in charge of the USA, so Khamzat Chimaev's visa might get sorted out really, really easy. Zelhuba versus Rubovic was definitely a war. Definitely a war. That was at UFC 306, yeah? Rooting for Jamal Hill to rise. He is misunderstood. No. No, Blueprint. How is he misunderstood? How is a man that makes 40-minute videos breaking down what he thinks very clearly, how is he misunderstood? I wouldn't call Izzy versus Drickus a war, but it was certainly a battle. Just one step behind a war. Okay. If it's one-sided, then can it be a war? No, that's just a beating. That's an absolute fucking beating, not a war. It's good to see you, Tony. It's good to see you. I am rooting for Tony, Volk, Reyes, Jan, more to rise as well. Oh, I like that Blueprint. Yeah, I'd like to see Tony have a better year, for sure. Volk, yes, for sure. Reyes, absolutely. Jan, I'm going to put him in the meh. I don't know if I care about Yarn, but I'll get all these boys on the board. That's a really good one, Blueprint. That's a really good one. Let me pin that one. That's a good one, mate. So I can come back to that one. Izzy thought we could just tell... Izzy thought he could just tell man defense away from DDP, and DDP was just like, I'ma put my body further into the strike. Yeah, exactly. Like, DDP was like, fuck it, I'll get hit. Then I have to get hit. And Izzy sort of thought that he could defensively get himself out of it. Yeah, I agree, Cayman. I would say Max versus Justin wasn't a war because it was just Max beating the fuck out of Justin most of the fight. I agree with that, Nacho. Yeah, that was just Max kicking the shit out of Dustin. The double distance, like he calls it, the double distance. Oh, what Izzy does? Is that what you're saying? What Izzy does? Like he sort of doubles up the distance and then keeps the range with leg kicks? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Cayman. When I say Tony, at least go out on a win because we know that motherfucker isn't retiring. No, I agree. Blueprint. I agree. Like from where Tony is right now in his career, we need to see him rise this year. We absolutely. Happy holidays to you, Blueprint. Happy holiday, or Merry Christmas, however you like to say it. I was literally just typing, yeah, good point, John, Tom, and Stipe. There you go. Yeah, that love triangle has made it even more interesting to us. Strickland is mentally ill, not retarded. Are they not the same thing? DDP is a Giga Chad of the UFC. Who is a bigger Chad? He literally just looks like Giga... Oh yeah, DDP is just a straight up Chad. Just a straight up Chad. Straight up. Like, he was like, the reason that my face looked like that after the Sean Strickland fight is because I didn't mind getting hit just to get close to him. That Alex fight ended in controversy. He has got this incident going on with his bro. Give Hill a break. He's misunderstood. He is not understood. The Alex fight didn't end in controversy, Blueprint. It didn't end in controversy at all. They touched gloves, and Jamahal Hill went to swing at Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira caught him with a perfect counter. There was no controversy. He's not misunderstood at all. What's up, Color Humade MMA? How are you, brother? I hope you're doing good, man. I do hope I'm wrong about that with Hamzat. I was more meaning health than where he can fight, but that seems to be a good point. Well, no, dude, I think the health thing might be sorted out if he is going to keep his training camps at elevation. If he's going to do that, that might help his entire immune system, cardiovascular system. So he might be all right when it comes to his health. We'll see. For it to be the first quarter of the year in the US, they'd have to book it before Trump got him cleared to fight here. It could be one of those things where it's like set in the back. Like Dana and Trump are very good friends. This could be sorted out with a conversation like, you know, hey, Trump, can you make sure Hamzat can get into the country? Sure, Dana, no worries. No worries at all, Dana. Book the fight, and then once Trump gets inaugurated and actually does become the president, just starts signing a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? This is not a big problem. Did you see Cowboy has re-entered the testing pool and plans to fight in summer of 2025? I love it, and I hate it that we have to... yeah, I mean, I'm going to put Cowboy Cerrone on this list. Cowboy is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I hate that he's back. I absolutely hate it. I think DDP calls it double the distance. Cameron described it. I think it was referring to DDP's lunge in and closing the distance double. I might be... Oh, okay. I thought he called that the rush. The rush, where he knows that he's out of distance, but he just charges forward and rushes in. He does it on purpose. It's a technique. You know, like some people call it the Juliana Pena windmill shot, but Dricus du Plessis actually thinks it's a move. Hill's probably going to KO Yuri, but he doesn't really have a chance against Pereira. He's too bad defensively. I don't know if Hill will KO Yuri. It'll be interesting to see how Yuri's chin is held up. It will be interesting. That one is a 50-50 to me, Toad. If it's the old Yuri Prohaska that we know and love and his chin has recovered, I don't know if Hill will be able to KO him. Hurt him? Yeah. Excuse me. Hurt him? Yes, absolutely hurt him. KO him? I'm not sure. Alex was in no way the fighter of the year. I agree, Tony Two Studs. We covered it in depth in a stream about 3 streams ago. He was at best second, but absolutely not fighter of the year. If you were American, I would have thought you were of Mexican heritage. I get it. That makes sense, but no. Serbian Australian. Even more so than elevation, just being back with his old coach, who hopefully will keep him in check and not let him overwork him. So, yeah, all of that is going to be great for his immune system. So if he has sorted it out, we'll see. But this defense that MMA Joey is running of, you can't say that Khamzat Chimaev's immune system is a fallacy is bullshit. He literally got sick within the last 12 months and had to pull out of a fight. Until we get some evidence of that not being a reoccurring theme, which I would describe as 3 fights in a row, then his health is absolutely still in question. And I think is fair game. You can't say he never gets sick. That's an absolute fallacy. That's absolutely bullshit. Where within the last 12-month period, he got sick and couldn't make it to a fight day. Like, I get it, like, people bring it up because Robert Whittaker used to get sick, but Robert Whittaker hasn't gotten sick and missed a fight since 2017. Like, I think nearly a decade is enough time to say that doesn't happen anymore. I don't quite think damn near 6 fucking months is quite enough to say that Khamzat Chimaev doesn't get sick anymore. That, I think, is just Muslim glazing, Chechnyan glazing. He's also going to fight at middleweight. Bro is going to get flatlined. Khamzat probably will get flatlined by DDP. Yeah, we're on board. We're on board. Ank is getting shanked by the UFC. Sad. As long as they give him his title shot, Cayman, this is very good for Ank Alive. As long as they give him his title shot, because it builds up his own name. I think the UFC might do this on purpose. When a fight isn't hyped enough, but the hardcores want it, but it's not enough to transition across into the regular pub watching audience, the regular sports fan audience, shelf that fighter and let the hardcores build that fight up. They've done it a couple of times now. I think it's something they do on purpose. Herb should have reset the position. That was an error on his part. That's controversy, yes. He did touch gloves, but it really should have reset the position. Would have said the same for anyone else. I disagree. The fighter that got injured by the nut shot. The fighter that got hurt by the nut shot, being Alex Pereira, didn't want the fight to get stopped because it didn't affect him at all. So Herb stepped back. Now, when that happened, those two fighters stopped, looked at each other, touched gloves, stood back, and then reset the fight. The positions were essentially completely reset. So they went from essentially the start of a fresh fight, a new fight. They had touched gloves, hadn't pushed in on range at all on each other, and then from that moment, the fight completely resets. Now you're looking at a brand new fight. And in that brand new fight, Jamahal Hill decided to throw a left hook, which Alex Pereira perfectly timed and knocked him out flat on his ass. I don't think there's any controversy at all in that one, bro. Dougie got cooked by chat because Pereira is in fact the fighter of the year. I don't remember it going down that way at all, Nacho. I remember we did a vote on it very clearly and the chat said 70% Ilia Topuria was the fighter of the year. That's what I remember of that. Hill's got clean boxing, so I trust him to land that perfect shot slightly more often than Yuri lands the shot that hurts him. Hill's got clean box. Yeah. But this is the thing, right? So Jamahal Hill, if he's going to win, I think he would probably win via decision. Because until we have seen otherwise, you've got to assume that Yuri Prohaska's chin is still there. Does that make sense? So then Jamahal Hill is going to land a lot on Yuri Prohaska and hurt him, but not put him away. Serbian Australian, you're literally Rakic. Rakic is Austrian and not even nearly close to Australian at all. I think he's 100% Austrian. So no, I'm not. But thank you anyway, Colored Human MMA. What's up, Kenny? How are you, brother? Hey, Zesty Dougie. Why is it Zesty? Why? Pereira is not the fighter of the year. I agree. Alex and Ilya are top 2 fighter of the year. That's all that matters. That is true. They are true. Like, Alex Pereira is number 2. Alex Pereira is number 2. Ilia Topuria is very clearly number 1 by a country mile. Which is the only reason I'd like to see Khamzat fight someone else before the title to show that he can be relied upon if he were to become the champ. True. However, if I agree, but it's not all bad news, right? If Khamzat Chimaev claims the title and his health issues are still there, all that does is allow an interim championship title fight to happen, which again builds up the fight against Chimaev even more. You could have an interim, like you could have a interim champion. It would work out with an interim championship belt, you know. Cowboy at middleweight. Oh, fuck no. Cowboy needs to be at lightweight against the Dariush's. Cowboy at lightweight. Cowboy needs to come into lightweight. The MMA rankings. God, current MMA rankings in the Fight Matrix. Cowboy needs to come into lightweight. Who's he gonna fight? Jalen Turner's a weight bully. Grant Dawson. Benoit Saint Denis. Cowboy. Bobby Green. Yes. This is where we need to put Cowboy. Yes. Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein probably kicks the shit out of Cowboy. Ugh. Yeah, but not welterweight. God no. Cowboy at middleweight, not even middleweight. God no, none of this. None of this. Although he is gonna be fucking jacked up, isn't he? He's measured himself on camera. He's 5'7". Who are we talking about here? Oh, me? No. He's 5'7". Who are you? You guys are talking about me. Let me catch up. Hill said he didn't know Alex closed the distance due to the position not being reset. Hill said he didn't even know Alex closed the distance. He didn't close the distance. Blueprint, you need to reach out to me on Discord. I'll send you a Twitter link. Hill didn't close the distance at all. There is a Twitter video, because we can't show it on YouTube, but we can show it on Twitter. It literally breaks down the sequence, frame by frame by frame by frame. Alex Pereira didn't close the distance at all. I wonder how Hamzat will deal with DDP using jiu-jitsu-based scrambles. I think DDP will be happy getting to guard when the takedown and use overhook cranks. Half guards to get up. We know Hamzat can be one step ahead when he has the back all day, but how does he deal with jiu-jitsu-based scrambles? One of the interesting things about this, Cayman, is that Hamzat talked about this in his fight with Gilbert Burns. My brain was just working overtime there. In his fight with Gilbert Burns, he talked about how he didn't like that Gilbert Burns attempted an armbar and he didn't want to go back down there and try it again, so he stayed on the feet. So if Drickus uses jiu-jitsu-based scrambles, it might scare Hamzat away from the ground game, and the evidence is that has literally happened before. Hill knocks Yuri out. He hits hard. Crute has a similar chin to Yuri. Jimmy Crute has a similar chin to Yuri. He might. Look, he might. Let's put this one as a poll. Let's put this one as a poll. Can. Not will, but can. Well, let's go will. Fuck it. Get out of the way. Oh, well, let's get this out of the way, Blueprint. Unpinned message. Let me smash through some chats. Where am I? Oh my god. Get out of the way, bro. Get out of the way. How far am I on chat? I'm not too far. Okay, cool. Let's catch up. Yo, off topic, but what is your height and weight? He's 5'7", 130. That's how we got onto this. Cowboy will be at 107. Yes, he will. Cowboy should rematch George at 170. Why was I thinking lightweight? What the fuck was I thinking, Sniff? I don't know. That was a retarded moment. I don't know. He looks 6'2", but he measured himself on camera. He's 5'7". I am 178 centimeters. I'm 178 centimeters, and I weigh like 85 kilos. Probably way more than that today, so it being the Christmas break. If Alex puts Hill to sleep... What's up, bro? How you going, man? If Alex put Hill to sleep in a rematch with no controversy, then I'll shut up until then. Hill sleeps Alec in a rematch in 2 rounds. Hill sleeps Alex in a rematch in 2 rounds. Are you kidding, Blueprint? Are you serious or are you kidding? Are you serious? You think Jamahal Hill sleeps Alex Pereira in 2 rounds? You're playing. You're playing. That's a joke. You don't think that. You're saying God, not guard. Yes, I do that sometimes, mate. I've got horrible dyslexia. Welcome to the channel. Nobody's coping. Just an opinion. Go cry at someone else. Alex Pereira fanboy. And DDP, unlike Whitaker, has solid counter guillotines. Amazing way to reverse takedown attempts. I agree. I think DDP has got, like, Whitaker is almost like too methodical, too slow with it. Where Dricus du Plessis, he will do it to create a scramble and push himself out of it. Push himself out and, like, create movement. Which is what a lot of jiu-jitsu should be for in modern high-level MMA. It should be about trying to latch up things that are just forcing your opponent to stay out of them and to create movement and get out of the way. Two Smelly Fingers, what's up, bro? How you been, man? I didn't see you pop in here. Where were you popping in from? You just popped in and just started laughing. Good to see you, dude. We'll see Jane 18th. We'll find out Saturday night. Not sure you're the only one who hasn't seen the video. By the way, I just realized what you're on about. You're 1 centimeter taller than me and 5 kilos heavier, but I'll be down to 70 kilos in 3 weeks. But I've got abs, Dougie. Yeah, I'm usually not too far. I've usually got the top one cruising around, which is where I like to keep it. But this, you know, it's the fucking Christmas break, mate. You know what I mean? Why would I be playing Hill? He's the way better boxer and has a high danger factor earlier. Why would I be playing? Hill is the way better boxer and has the high danger factor earlier. I'm just surprised because he isn't. Like, he isn't. He beat up a 40-year-old Glover Teixeira. He's good, but it's the lightweight division. The lightweight division is a dog shit division. Light heavyweight division is a dog shit division. I think, what was it? Tony F1 was saying, like 40 or 70% of the, I don't remember the number, but most of the lightweights that are in the UFC are ranked fighters. It's a very, very shallow division. Alex Pereira is just by leaps and bounds a way better kickboxer than Jamahal Hill. And yeah, you really should reach out to me on Discord. I'll send you the link to the video that breaks it down frame by frame. It was a clean setup. Yeah, it was a clean setup. Nasan Yuri prevails. Ooh, getting by with just a squeak here. When you say guard, it sounds like you're saying God in an American accent. Okay. All right. God. Oh my God. It does sound like that, doesn't it? Hill is too hittable to beat a guy you can't get hit by. Yeah, I agree. Agreed, Hill sleeps him. How is this even a... I'm shocked, chat. I'm shocked. Bo Nickel. Fuck off. Lose. Go away. Fuck off. Kamaru Usman. He is absolutely going in the please lose pile. I hate that Kamaru Usman is sitting around at the #1 ranked spot and hasn't fought in 12 months. I hate that. I'm really, really, really fucking proud of Kamaru Usman for making Khamzat Chimaev look human on 11 days notice. But we needed to follow that up, Usman, with some activity this year. We needed to follow that up. You okay? Okay. It's the bogging Duxie, we'll see. Hill is too hittable. Yet Poatan hit him like one time on the head in the first fight, which was due to Herb Dean. It had nothing to do with Herb Dean. They reset and fought each other clean. It had nothing to do with Herb Dean. Buckley called him out twice. I know. Jamahal Hill KOs Yuri and Herb Dean in the same night under him. Jamahal Hill KOs Yuri and Herb Dean in the same night. We could link and find out who's goofy here. Oh my God. Hill win. Oh my God. 7 votes. Comes in with Jamahal Hill beating Sharma in the rematch. This has to be. This is insane. I'm shocked, chat. Today's stream has taken a turn to which I cannot believe. At all. I'm honestly blown away by this. Fucking hell. Dougie is sleeping on Hill. Mate. Ew, where was that? Oh, Jamie just caught a bug. Good on it. Good on it. Claps in chat for Jamie, mate. When your girlfriend can catch bugs on her own, that's a based girl.
Doug's too scared.
What is with the shit you're talking today? Unbelievable. That's what I respect about Izzy in that sense. He's getting right back in there against Imavov, not waiting around, even though I'm not a big fan of Izzy generally. I agree, man. I agree. Like, the best thing that you can do for your... You are full of shit. The best thing that you can do for your career is have the activity. Get the fucking activity going. And Izzy knows that. So Izzy is like, I need one winnable matchup. Imavov has got pillow fists. In we go. Right? Fucking Kamaru Usman had so much fan positivity behind him because Leon Edwards was boring and we were all really starting to miss the Usman era of activity. And then 11 days notice, he gets in there, he fucking draws with Khamzat Chimaev, who just ripped out somebody's teeth. That is the perfect time to fucking say, right, Buckley, JDM, step on up, let's fucking go, let's get in there. But instead, he's sitting around saying, I'll fight whoever when I'm ready. Like, Usman's moving at a fucking glacial pace here, holding up the #1 spot. It's killing me, man. Pereira has the better striking, but the defense Hill has the way better boxing, more so than Alex having the way better striking than Hill. Alex's defense isn't that good in the boxing, only if he figures you out in the later rounds. Unbelievable. I thought Hill would win the first one, but ring rust, and he hasn't healed properly. Exactly, Tim. People are sleeping and misunderstanding Hill, but he'll get the title back in brutal fashion. Dude, if fucking Jamal Hill... Where is Jamal Hill? Where is my Jamal Hill? Where is Jamal Hill? Do I not have a photo up? Surely I have a photo of Jamal Hill somewhere. There it is. Bro, if Jamal Hill comes back and wins the title in 2025, the fucking arc, the villain arc that this cunt has gone on from UFC 300 to mid-2025 to beat Alex Pereira. The fucking villain arc that this dude would have gone on is nuts, mate. I want to see... So, I'm putting Jamal Hill here because I want to see him win. I want to see him win. I don't think that he beats Alex Pereira. But if he does... I will fucking laugh and laugh and laugh so hard. So hard. Speaking of Alex Pereira, his fans are fucking worse. His fans are worse than Khabib fans. His fans are worse than peak Izzy fans. Alex Pereira has to go right there. Alex Pereira has to go right there next to fucking Kamaru Usman. He absolutely has to. He has to. Let me read some of your chats, boys. Hill is weak to left hooks and low kicks. I saw this in the lead up to the first fight, and I was proven right. Well done, Todathan. Stand your base, mate. Is this a... Thank you, Cayman. Very good, mate. No, it isn't. I knew Rob was fucked as soon as Trump tweeted his name 2 days before the fight. I knew that Rob was fucked as soon as Trump... Oh, right. He got the blessing and that was it. Pereira's getting old, though, so maybe Hill can get it done in a rematch. That might be the one saving grace. I bet money Hill sleeps Powhatan in the rematch in 2 rounds. I was one of the few saying Izzy sleeps Powhatan in the rematch. Wow, okay. All right, Blueprint. All right, stand your base, Blueprint. Timmy agrees with you. Doesn't matter if Powhatan is getting old or not. If a healthy Hill fought him the first time with no controversy... There was no... There was no controversy. There was no controversy. Jamal Hill waddles into the cage and says, "We ain't on Twitter now." We're going to do this. We're doing this. At the end of the stream, we're going to do this. I'm going to leave the stream up. Powhatan fans assemble. The Powhatan fans kill me, mate. They absolutely fucking kill me. Are we going to do this right at the end of the stream? Can we? I don't know if we can. Let's try it. Let's see if we can do it. There was controversy, rather, whether you like it or not. There wasn't controversy. The fight was clearly... they touched gloves. Replies. Where is it? I'm bringing it up. You've forced me to do it. I'm bringing it up. I've just got to find it. Hang on a second. Where is it? Here we go. All right, I'm bringing it up. You know what? This is it. I've had it. I don't care. 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 I do not care that we are on a live chat and it needs to be... and this isn't allowed. I don't care. We're going over to here. We're doing this. Then I'm doing this. Then I'm quickly doing this. You've made me do this, Blueprint. You've made me ruin my entire stream. That's what you've done to me, Blueprint. This is your fault, mate. Don't do it, Doug. Don't succumb. I'm doing it, Larry. They've made me do it. We're going to watch it live on stream. This is highly not allowed by the UFC, but I don't care. Blueprint has annoyed me to the point where I can't. I can't stop it anymore. We're doing it. Right. This is how it went down. There is no stopping. Right? This is right at the start. Herb Dean calls a pause. Herb Dean calls a pause. He stops. Alex Pereira is right there. Alex Pereira stops. My bad. Look at Alex Pereira's foot right there on the number. Right there. Can we all see this? Look at Alex Pereira's foot right where his ranking is. Hill is standing right there. Alex Pereira is standing right there. They're both standing there looking at each other. Herb Dean comes in. Are you good? Hill goes, yeah, I'm good. Alex Pereira's foot still has not moved from the number on the screen. Hasn't moved at all. It's right above his ranking. He hasn't come into space at all. They reset with a high five. They reset with a high five. The fight has now restarted. Jamahal Hill has now acknowledged that the fight is back on and happening again. Alex didn't even break a sweat versus Hill. They have now high-fived and the fight is back on. Now Pereira is advancing. After they have high-fived, Hill is backing up and cocking his left hand, getting ready to unload it. After they have touched gloves, acknowledging that the fight is happening again. Hill is getting ready to throw the left. Alex Pereira can see it. Alex Pereira has got eyes locked in on the hand after they've both acknowledged that we are fighting again and fucking sleeps him. What possible controversy? What possible controversy could there be? You touch gloves and you re-engage in the fight. You back up to throw your left hand. The advancing fighter sees it and sleeps you. What controversy is there? I don't understand. That's the end of the stream. That's the end of the stream. Every time, Blueprint, you make my bloody blood boil, mate. You make my blood boil. That's the end of the stream, boys. That's been about an hour. We didn't do the tier list that I thought we would do. Yeah, there's a bit of controversy. How is there any controversy? Like Hill said, he didn't know Alex closed the distance due to Herb not resetting the position, but okay. They touched gloves. I don't understand. They like, can someone please explain this to me that I'm not getting from Blueprint? Like, what am I not seeing here? We'll talk about this at another time. Someone please explain to me what I'm not seeing. They touch gloves and then Alex starts advancing. Like, after they touch gloves. How is that? You'll have to hear more of this after Hill KOs you. Oh, I know, mate. I know. God almighty. We'll pick this up in another one, Blueprint. Someone has to explain to me what I'm not getting here. If Hill was unaware Alex closed the distance, that's on him, for fuck's sake. It's bad fight IQ. Especially after you fist bump with another fighter that we're getting back into the fight. Like, this is a acknowledgement of we're getting back into the fight. This moment right here, this moment right here is an acknowledgement that we're getting back into the fight. You're not seeing my desire to wind you up, you motherfuckers. I knew, like, you guys have to be trolling. This has to be a fucking troll. I'm leaving. Right? It's been an hour. I was in a good mood. I decided to stream. That good mood has been ruined, and my day is completely sunk. I am now going to go drink myself into a depression because I have made this channel, and now this is how I'm a fan of MMA. The only thing that used to give me solace now brings me pain. No, I'm just playing. It's been a good one. Boys, it's been a great bloody stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I had a good one. Thanks for jumping on. Feel free to go back and listen to this. Also, go on to Fight Night with Frankie's channel. He did a stream with Skate Tank MMA. It was a phenomenal stream. I was really enjoying it before I jumped on and went live. So go back and listen to that. If you guys need some MMA content for the day, don't drink yourself into a depression. That's not... No, I'm just playing. I'm going to drink myself into a celebration because it's the Christmas break. And I'm having a good time just chilling at home. I'm out of here, boys. You guys have yourselves a great afternoon. And I'll see you in tomorrow's stream. There'll be a stream tomorrow. We'll do a nice long one. So same time tomorrow. Good, long, thick, solid stream. Like a good piss in the morning. Until then, you guys have a great night. Blueprint. Well played. Fucker. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.